This European cricket event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software, Rado and 1xBet.
Oh, that's a really good delivery. How unlucky is that? And it's an excellent bit of fielding. Oh, the noise levels out there. Well, what's happened here? Out of hook, yeah, out of hook, yeah. But you know what you don't see? Nobody knows. International keeper as well has no chance to start and stop this. Watch this take off. Look at it go. And it's a brilliant effort. The thing about this is when you watch it again, I know Gurpreet
launched, and it's coming down, in, out of the hands. He's taken a little bit of fingertipper there. Swings hard at this one. It's going to find the gap. A desperate hand got put out there to try to knock the ball down.
Tigers too against the Warriors, but that's all it will be. Phil G, just as I was talking about his stats, he won't get any more than the 12, but it's still a personal best for him.
Yeah, we'll have to hold that thought about the stats. Maybe for the next time when we see him come out to bat here. As you can see here, it just cramps him up for room. Maybe got a little bit of something on that one, and bang, go the stumps. And that is the end. He's got a bit of something on that. That was also going down leg side, but he's got enough on that to go to the boundary for 4. Well, can do here, hey? Oh, there we go. He gets off the mark with a boundary. I tell you what's cooking here, and that's that big Maximo down towards tournament referee. Oh, launched skyward. That's going to go over the head of a fielder who was almost setting himself. Well, that's lightning quick. That has jumped onto that one so fast.
Gets himself back in position. That one won't go to hand. Nobody there to take the catches, and that's the issue.
Well, keep slow over the top of the outstretched hand of the fielder, diving there for that, try to prevent that one from going to the boundary.
That's going to be a wicket. Oh, well, what a good catch this is. It's right when it was needed. It was a good, solid strike there from Sahil Lal. That takes a really sharp catch.
That went at a rate of knots. I reckon he's middled that one. Absolutely middled it, and he cannot believe he's picked out the fielder, let alone a fielder who's hung on to an absolute rocket. What a cracking delivery that was. What a great wicket that was.
Robo-duck. We're going to see that's hit up in the air. It's going to be one bounce as it just bounces before the rope there. Of course. Well, great uppercut. There's fielder out there, but can't do nothing about it. I think that would have been a wide, you know.
And you know what? James Pond's going nowhere. We need James Pond.
Well, that could be going to Hawaii. Adios, Pelota. It's a biggie.
You know, oh, this has been elevated in the air nicely. However, Usama, he's taken 2 catches already, and that's his 3rd for the morning. Well, he's made a lot of ground for that one, and he just claws at it, and he's clawed it out of the air.
Look at him. He is a bear, isn't he? He is a bit of a grizzly himself. That's a crocodile style. He watch this. Watch the cat. But you know what? He has a lot of ground to make, but he gets there, and on the move, he's taken a really good catch. I think it's over to the chat again, maybe, to be thinking about a name. Well, we know where that is. That's going to be Balibali. It's gone. Boom. Shakalagya. And that's a good hit. Right, no Maximo here, though. Could be a catch. And...
oh! Now, that is quite something as Rico's fallen off his chair. How on earth has that happened? And they start with one that's blasted out of the ground. Now they've got him, though. They have got an edge, and the air is being punched. They're very happy. That's a very dangerous batter gone. They've removed Chatinda, who was making all the play here. He has to go for 56 from 18. And so it's a good counter punch there from Zagreb Sokol. Just bringing it back now with this wicket.
He doesn't wait for the umpire to give him out. He knows he gets a little stick on that. He goes. Very healthy looking wagon wheel. He's actually...
Kamal elevates. He's going to get away with this one. Oh, the bounce almost eluded the player at third there. He almost overran that one. Reels it in though.
Last 4 days, that's only be accepted. That's crunched. That's absolutely crunched. And Gupri, who's on the boundary, the captain, was not amused with that delivery.
Free hit down the ground. I think it's going to be too high.
That looks too high to me. It's going to be a minimo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. As that is smashed past the dugout for a big 6. That's been smacked nicely backward of square there. Yeah, I was about to say that. It's exactly, Rico.
If they're going to get win here. One thing I would say is going back just the final point of this last over.
Yeah.
I think normally you were saying that average time for an over is what, about 4 minutes? 3.5, 4 minutes? I think once you get past that, I think the team should be told, right, within reason. I mean, sometimes delays could be for things that you are out of your control, but within reason, you get a set time. If you go over that, you'll be pinned another 5 penalty runs. It's quite amazing how that's missed. It's obviously, it's hit the deck, hasn't caught anything, and just and in the air and gone. That's the way to set the field. How many times have we said it? Have your third back in a catching position. Hossein is just swinging wild. He's a bit like me when I was trying to squat the wasp here in the commentary. Eagle nearly took out Phil G once or twice, but good catch taken. And now that could be really close. It's Plum. Well, the umpire gives this on the walk, though I do get the feeling. And Wasal Kamal, what a perfect over from him. Look at this. And yeah, not too much doubt about it. I know he's a little bit out of his crease, but I don't think that ball is going to go over the stumps. He's hit in line.
Exactly. Well, this one's been elevated. That's going to go all the way for a big 6. It goes over the top. That's how to combat that kind of thing. Whoa. Has he got all of that? He has indeed. That's been tucked around the corner, very nicely placed, and lovely touch as well. Gets it past the fielder at fine leg on that 45. That's going to go for a boundary. Yeah, lovely little touch there on the replay. Kamal gets taken downtown. But the catch is well held, well taken. Sahel Ahmad, who pulls in a good catch on the boundary line. He jumped, I don't know if he had to jump, but he did to make sure that he was going to comfortably take the catch without overextending his arms and possibly tipping it over the bar. And yeah, Zagreb Sokol, the middle order was a little bit funny, and there's an edge on that one. Well, Rashid, unfortunately, he doesn't have the answer, so it's caught behind. Rashid has to go. He walked off very slowly. Now he's motioning and saying, all right, that's it for me. I'm done, I'm dusted, I've only done 20. So unfortunately, he's not going to be their saviour. He's not going to be the player to stand up.
Yeah, this is Jatinder Vashist.
Oh, and that's Captain who has to leave, as he has been completely bamboozled. He's got no idea how that happened. He literally just raised his hands to say, with well, it's a second ball duck.
Yep, a bit of the old our service says that's it, and
just to keep an eye on the umpire here, whether he got something on that one. Just from this angle, it was hard to tell.
Do you know why someone like Jay Thakur would come in so late after a pretty decent knock in the first match?
Because they don't know what's happening. Case in point, right there,
yeah.
Stumps knocked over for the second time this over.
On Jatinder Vashist. I mean, let's see the wicket first. I mean, Jatinder Vashist, talk about looking cool. I mean, I reckon he's competing with Vivian Richards there, isn't he, sir? Vivian Richards.
Yeah.
Just look at, let's see the bowler again. I mean, he's walking around, he's got the shades on. Look at the collars there. Look, there he is there. The collars. He's chewing the gum as well, isn't he?
Tells how much you're enjoying it, and that's been whipped nicely off the pads there for 4 runs. Nice shot there.
High in the air, lofted. Where's his going? Going, gone.
Until just then. So that's the first runs actually off the bat from his bowling. His previous over here, there was a bye. This is up in the air. This is going to be caught and bowled by that man. He gets his 3rd wicket. As easy as like Jatinder ends up with 3 for 4 and is already, I know we've still got a few more overs to go. He's already got his hand up for a player of the match. Got him. Well, that's another one. Middle stump smashed out of the ground, completely demolished, gone. And they know they're storming the way to a 4-point win here, a big win for them.
Yeah, very much so. Robin Sharma gets another wicket to his name. There go the stumps. Chuck there, put their style. And the stumps are knocked over now. I was asking you a question. And that's a nice looking shot. Just tucks that away around the corner. He should get rewarded with 4. He will. Nicely played there.
This one's hit up in the air and a simple catch taken there at the in the infield. Nicely taken. So that's the end of Dakor. He has to go. Thank you for 2 circles for that replay, just to be sure that everyone's happy.
Another one bites the dust. Another wicket. There's the catch. Nice and comfortable. Well, chance of bowling them all out here.
Clipped up in the air. This should be not quite taken. Oh, I tell you what, it was really close. Made more ground than I gave credit to the fielder there. I didn't think he was going to be in with a chance of catching that one. Well, bowled is still just as good though, and that is going to be the end of Zagreb Sokol. They are put out of their misery, and they've been bowled out with 3 balls left to spare for 58. That's been a bit disastrous.
Through his legs. What's this?
Nutmeg.
He's been bowled through his legs. Now, what happens there with the keeper? Does he get hit by the bails or something? Because he's a bit slow to get up.
I think he just takes evasive action there, just like, oh, that was close to me. I think he was actually giggling a bit because he was like, oh, I've almost been hit by the stumps, the ball, the bails, the lot. And in the end, that is how the match finishes.
A start for the new team, the Raiko Marcos. Now, we know that they've got a few players with some experience in this format, but they've also got a lot of new players. And I like what I've seen from them. I think Jaspreet